Hello and welcome to HT Auto. I'm your host Shubhadeep, and today we are at the Auto Expo, and specifically we are at the MG Motor India Pavilion. MG Motor has showcased a number of models and they are making a number of big promises. And to speak to us more about those promises, we're joined today by the ever eloquent, very insightful Gaurav from MG Motors. Gaurav,
Thanks so much.
Gaurav,
Pleasure.
tell us something about the whole focus on sustainable mobility, whether it's electric or it's plug-in hybrid. You focused a lot on the presentation you made earlier today. Tell us something more about that.
I would like to begin by first saying that it's a great feeling to be back at the Auto Expo for 3 years. And at this point in time, many people across the country would not have been able to make it in person because this is in NCR area in Noida. So I want to begin by sharing that the entire MG Pavilion is also available on Metaverse at MGverse, which is a digital twin of what you're seeing around over here. So the exact greenery, the exact layout of the cars, engagement actions, all of them are there for people to really have a very good immersive, almost real experience on the MGverse. That's the first part. The second is that we have always been, I would say, a firm believer in the area of sustainability and green. In fact, our second vehicle was the ZS EV, which we brought in 2019 December. And you may remember that there were a lot of questions about why should your second car be an EV. But we did look at that this is the need and this is the direction of the future as well. Now, sitting where we are today as an industry, the good part is it's not just about the products, it's about the ecosystem, the partnership that comes into play that really propels this entire movement to green and a sustainable future in the automotive world, and it requires everyone to pitch in. So in that area, we are seeing that you have plug-in hybrids, which we have on display over here. We've got pure electric vehicles, which are also on display over here, and the vehicles you see on display are being evaluated at our end from an Indian market perspective. What is interesting is that the response that we are getting, the love for the brand is increasing, and I think the overall momentum, thanks to the actions of the government which they've taken to really propel this mission forward, the contribution of the various stakeholders is helping us to go to that direction of drive ahead. Increasingly, I would also say that when you look at the vehicles itself on electric or plug-in, the ecosystem players come into picture. So our stance here is also beyond products. It's about our partnerships that we have on display over here. So our charging network, of course, is there to help people move towards EV. But we also have our entire recycling partnership on display. And in fact, we were the first electric vehicle lithium-ion battery recycling company and we did that in Etero. So that is also over here. You can actually see all the output of the recycled batteries on to giving customers the confidence that end of life, whenever that is, has already been there's been already work in that area. We also have got vehicle to load as a capability for our electric vehicles, which means your vehicle is a power generator by itself. So if you are camping out and you don't have a power source, then the vehicle can be used to draw electric power, be it for lighting your lamp in a tent or your tree house that we have over here, or even lighting up your electric kettle for your morning coffee. Uh, there'll be more work in this area. I must say that the the entire ecosystem work for electric, for going green, will bring in more initiatives, more actions. And I think partnerships will play a big role over here.
Right. You've touched upon a lot of things. It's clearly been quite an exciting journey right from 2019 when you made your India debut, and we're into 2023. You've spoken about plug-in hybrids. You already have a fully electric vehicle in the form of the ZS EV. You are gauging the market for more as well. But let's just rewind the clock and then come back to 2023 again. The product that really kickstarted it all for MG Motor India was the Hector. And you now have the 2023 Hector. Uh, all of what's changed, how has the journey been, and what are your expectations with the new 2023 Hector model?
So the next gen MG Hector, which we just unveiled and launched today, is really, I would say, it takes the stance of the Hector to the higher level. It's been an SUV, India's first internet SUV, which has been loved and also done well on other parameters in terms of customer satisfaction, in terms of resale value, etc. But I think importantly is what we are now investing in the MG Hector to make it really more appealing as it goes along. So what stands out is, of course, the look of the vehicle. The front Argyle grille is really bold. The interiors are luxurious, but also now we have a 14-inch really big screen. And I always say that that's your alternative to watching a cinema. Watch it in the car, for example. Beyond that, I think the key is that we've got now advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, 11 features, making it autonomous level 2. And my favorite there is the traffic jam assist. All of us face that in all our roads across. But of course, you do need a road with lane markings, and that's where this really comes in very handy for convenience perspective. So the next gen Hector is a good combination of bold exteriors, luxurious interiors, and technology again getting upped. So overall, it's all set to pamper you.
Right. The Hector Shop promises to be quite the blockbuster again in its new form, design factor. But how is the 2023 year looking for the product and for the company as a whole? I'm also talking in terms of delivery, production obstacles, possible delivery schedules being delayed, and that's across the board. It's across the industry. How is it looking for MG?
I think 2022, of course, was a year uh, which had the impact of shortage of supplies of semiconductors, chips, logistics issues as well. We do see and we hope that that's going to ease out a bit in this year, calendar year. And having said so, we do expect that the market should be able to, the overall industry would of course grow. With of course, there will be some headwinds which we are seeing because of global issues, interest rates, etc. But overall, we do see a sustained growth of the Indian automotive industry. In that scenario, we would say that we closed the year close to 50,000 units in 2022 calendar year. We do expect, and we are hoping that we'll be able to, reach a figure of about 80 or 1,000 units in 2023. And in that, we are expecting that with our new EV, which is coming in the next quarter, we look at a EV contribution of about 25% of our portfolio. So that to me would be a summary for your question. We do see a sustained growth, but maybe a little bit tapering down versus the growth last year because we've had 20 plus percentage growths in the last 2 consecutive years. So a bit of growth, but a bit tapered growth. From our perspective, we hope to get more sources of supplies coming in for these critical parts which were having shortage. Logistics issues are easing out, so international movements are helping out right now. And with that, like I said earlier, we are looking at a 25% approximately plus contribution of EV in our portfolio.
All right. On that very positive note, I would like to say all the very best for not just the Hector, for your entire product portfolio and for the upcoming cars and all that you're doing. Thank you so much for taking the time out.
Thank you very much.
And if you are at the Auto Expo 2023, and we seriously think you should be, you must give the MG Motor India Pavilion a definite look in. For now, though, that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching.